Kakodosh Boker Tov. We're just continuing with the halachot of Amira Legoy, and we were just going to mention a very important machloket between the Acharonim, even though it could be that maybe there's no machloket. Rav David Yosef brings down, this is talking about, if you remember, about that what happens right now if the Goy wants to fix his own mistake, which means that he came and he turned off the light, and he wasn't supposed to turn off the light, whether it was that he was trying to make it brighter, and then it turned off, and now he fixes his mistake. So what he does is that all of a sudden he turns it on again. So then there's no problem. Why? Because he's doing it for his own. That means even though at the end of the day he's doing it for you, because you're the one that's benefiting for the light, but since he's mekalkelet kilkulo, which means metakenet kilkulo, which means that he's fixing his own mistake, there's no problem. That's what's brought down in the Eliyah Rabbah, which is brought down in the Biur Halacha, and nobody argues on this. Now, the ramifications of this, though, is now going to become a machloket. Why? Because Rav David Yosef brings down something interesting. He comes and he says like this. He says, from here we're going to learn that if right now the Goy is going to come and he's going to fix his mistake, how is he going to fix his mistake when it's actually a mistake? What happens right now if it's not a mistake? What does that mean? He comes and he says, what happens if, right, he comes and let's say the Goy sees you leaving the room, and now he turns off the light. Yeah, you just left the room, turns off the light. He sees now that you're coming back, and now he turns on the light, so therefore he comes and he says that it's a sur for you to benefit. Why? He's doing it for you. Not only that, he says that you're not allowed to tell the Goy anything about that he made the mistake, which means that you're not allowed to tell him. It's only if he did it on his own, but not if he made a mistake. The Hilchot Shabbat, he comes and he brings down, and this is not only the Hilchot Shabbat, it's also the Hilchot Shabbat, the Piskei Teshuvot, and others as well, that they bring down, you're allowed to say, Lama chibita et haor. Why did you turn off the light? What does that mean? And not only are you allowed that the Goy recognizes his mistake on his own, even if you're going to bring to the attention of the Goy that he made his mistake, it's also going to be okay. The svarat to this is actually brought down in Rav Falk. He's got the new Sefer Pia Patecha Bechokmah. And there Rav Falk comes and he explains the Yisod. He says, sometimes it happens that a Goy is doing something for us, and it's still permitted for us to benefit for it. What is the case? And he brings down this case of Mitakenet Kilkulo, and he explains the Yisod, and he says the reason why is because here the Goy was not doing it for us. The Goy is doing it because he was the one that made the mistake. What does that mean? Since he made his mistake, he wants to fix his mistake, so there's no problem. What does that mean? It means that, for example, right, I wanted, right, and this could happen even if I'm not interested in it. Let's say I'm in my house, and I have a cleaner or a live-in, and the live-in comes, she sees that we finished on Friday night eating, right, we went out for a stroll, we come back and the light is off. So now we're allowed to tell her, why did you turn off the light? No, I thought that you wanted the light. You guys finished. I said, no, I leave that light on the entire Shabbat. Or I leave it on until the timer turns it off at 12 o'clock or whatever it is. So now here, even though I'm telling her, Mefurash, I'm saying, why did you do such a thing? I didn't tell her, I'm not allowed to tell her, turn on the light, fix your mistake. But I said, why did you do that? And now she's going to come and she's going to fix her mistake. It's permitted. And the reason why it's permitted is because at the end of the day, even though she was doing it for my benefit, because she thought that maybe I wanted to save electricity, but I wasn't interested in that. So she's fixing her own mistake. The way that we looked at it in the Kolel is that the way that the Hilchot Shabbat and they were looking at it is, the mistake of the Goy was not that he made the mistake. It's he made the mistake in our intention. The way that Rav David Yosef is learning the mistake is only if the Goy made the mistake, then fine, which means it was an accident on the Goy's part. But if it was done purposely by the Goy, so the Goy came and he turned off the light, right? He purposely turned off the light. Why? He thought that you were interested in that. So now it could be that it's going to be a problem now, because if right now he's going to turn it on, so now it's going to be for our own accord, and therefore it will be problematic. However, though, again, as we already mentioned, it does make a lot of sense that if right now the Goy is doing anything to fix a mistake, this happens in a hotel, right? You go to a hotel, you go to the front desk, and you tell them, listen, on Saturday I'm not allowed to touch any lights. Please leave the lights on which are in my room. Leave them on. You come back in the afternoon or after going to the Knesset, and you realize that the cleaning crew came in, they turned off the lights. Now you don't have lights in the washroom, you don't have lights in anything. So now you can go to the front desk and you say, I don't understand. I told you guys to leave the lights on in the room the way they're supposed to do. What are you guys doing? Sorry, sir. Okay, fine. Right away, they send somebody and they're going to come. They're going to turn on the lights. Why? Because at the end of the day, they're coming and they're fixing their own mistake. Once they come and they fix their own mistake, so now there's not going to be any problem of benefiting from it because they're doing it for their own accord and they're not doing it for you.